Most evil lord of serpents, I stand here, a conjure woman, rich in the lore of my ancestors. My forces are stronger than yours, and so you must release your hold on the people who dwell here. I have tried by force to remove you, but it is with the spirit that I shall conquer. For here is a man who lives under powers more deadly than your own. A man destined to kill. Gaze upon him, O serpent, and fear him. Now, do as I told you.
With this mark, the mark of death, I bid you die. With all the strength of Satan, I condemn you to dust.
Serpent of slime, serpent of filth, inhabitant of the netherworld, glutton who feeds upon the dark and hidden secrets of man, obey!
His eyes are glowing like burning coals. His teeth are dripping with venom. He's overwhelming us. Black Soul, he is supreme.
Master!
Champagne. The perfect drink for this time of night, don't you think? With all of Desmond Hall fast asleep.
Desmond Hall is not sleeping. There are strange things happening here.
Emily, why are you talking like that? I don't think I should have any champagne. I don't think I should be here.
Why not, Holly?
I don't know. Emily, you've changed.
And in what way, Holly, have I changed?
You frighten me.
Nonsense. She's just come into her own, that's all. Or would you prefer the little bookworm who always lives in the past?
The past. The past doesn't exist. Everything that happened then happens now. Nothing changes. Not goodness or wickedness. When I started reading these books and found out about all the monsters that haunt the Desmond family, I thought that I was living in an unreal world. I doubted. But now I know that these things are true. Does that mean I've changed? Because I've faced reality. Read. Discover that there are forces more powerful than anything you know in your world. And all you people that lead little, organized lives are controlled by these powers. Take the book, Holly.
No.
Look at me, Holly.
No!
Ladies, I find this very unsociable. I'll take the book. Miss Holly doesn't want it.
Well, Miss Holly is a fool.
Emily!
You are. I can see it. Maljardin in flames. Death moving among the inhabitants. And you, a trusting girl, standing by, doing nothing while others die, while your own mother dies.
No, I tried to fight. I didn't want anyone to die.
No, you dreamed. You thought that life was lovely dresses and pearls, and you trusted Erica.
I hated Erica.
And Helena. You hate her? Do you know enough to hate her?
I'm leaving. I'm going to my room.
Still dreaming, aren't you, Holly? You're still hoping that life will bring you friends, and good fortune, and roses.
Emily, you don't know me at all. I'm not a child. I've given up dreaming. I'm a woman.
Bravo.
Good night, Holly. Sleep well.
Good night.
More champagne?
Of course. No, Laszlo, I enjoyed that talk. It reminded me Helena Raleigh must die, too.
Master, speak to me. It's all my fault, daring to challenge the serpent god. But you asked me to do it, Master. You asked the impossible. My powers have left me. They have gone.
Axel.
Yes, Master.
What happened?
We must leave. Master, we must leave this room.
The serpent god. He stared at me. And in his eyes, such brightness, I could see the whole world. The future. My own future. My own death. Raxel, there is peace in death.
Not for us, Master. We have seen too many things, explored too many mysteries. Oh, not for us. There is no peace. You mustn't think of death.
I do. I think of it all the time. And how much better it would be than to go on living. It couldn't be any worse. The torments of death, the tortures of death, compared to living day by day in this agony. The mark of death is gone.
For now, Master. Your evil star was blinded by the moon. When the clouds cover the moon tonight, it will return. Come with me.
No. The serpent, I have to see it once more.
No, you mustn't. The visions that it projects to you are not true. He speaks for the devil.
Then, I am the right man. He should speak to.
Long enough?
1,000 pardons, my dear Irene. But your knock was so faint. Could it be you're losing your powers?
I didn't travel this far at this time of the night for your sarcasm. Who is here?
Just the girl, Emily.
Emily Blair. I thought as much.
She's ready, Irene, filled with hatred, prepared to join us.
As Agatha was, as Holly was.
You endanger yourself, Irene.
And you mislead yourself, Laszlo. But come, a witch is needed, and I shall try. Your protege, your Emily.
Not mine, Irene. Our master's.
Where have you been?
Answering the door, my dear.
I want to make our plans.
Yes. And I would like you to meet a friend of mine who will help you with your plans, Mrs. Irene Hatter.
Emily, my dear, how are you? I don't want facades, Mrs. Hatter. But this is no facade, my dear. I'm concerned about you. We all are. We want desperately for you to achieve your goals. Do you? Of course. The only problem that remains is, how do we help you? And how do you help us? We?
Irene and I have known each other for a very long time.
We have ways, Emily, for you to accomplish your desires. Well, what do I do? Want what we want. The elimination of Jean-Paul Desmond. Such charming people. And how nice to know that you're my friends. How do we begin? You must come to my house. We have other friends who can be trusted, who as a group have power. I have powers of my own, Mrs. Hatter. Irene. From now, my dear child, Irene. Jean-Paul, how pleasant.
I was afraid you'd miss our little champagne party.
No, thank you. Emily, don't you think it's time you were asleep?
Is that what you want? My sleep? My eternal sleep?
Really, my dear Emily.
Master, it is time you were in your room.
Not until the household is resting.
My master is very tired. He's had a very trying evening.
As have we all. Emily, You mustn't speak to your host in that tone of voice. Jean-Paul, Emily is disturbed. We've been trying to calm her.
Are you disturbed, Emily?
Don't come near me, you see. I think a few days away from Desmond Hall, a visit to my house, away from whatever elements disturb her.
Yes. Whatever elements disturb her.
Master,
It's settled then. A visit to my little cottage.
A fine idea.
Yes. It's a fine idea. Emily, this is just what you need. A time away from us. There are influences here that you know nothing about.
Say what you think.
I do. Good night.
Raxel, would you prepare Miss Blair's things? What do you want to take with you, my dear?
We haven't talked for so long. You know I am in sympathy with all of your sufferings. We must be alone, Holly. Just you and I.